making you wait for dinner. And I look around the room and I see nothing but volunteers. What a beautiful sight, and what a beautiful gift that is to our children. I looked up some quotes on volunteers, and here's what I found. To make a difference in someone's life, you don't have to be brilliant, rich, beautiful, or perfect. You just have to care. Volunteers are not paid, not because they're worthless, but because they're priceless. Volunteers are the only human beings on the face of the earth who reflect this nation's compassion, unselfish caring, patience, and just plain loving one another. These quotes apply to everyone who is a PTA, PTSA volunteer. No one gets paid in this organization, at least not in money. Their payment is the smile on a child's face, the appreciation of teachers, and the reward of being a servant to people. Tonight's winner might have had all those quotes written by someone who observed her in action. This is what her fellow PTA members said of her. She serves our staff by implementing our grade parent program, which is a system to support teachers with their non-instructional duties, such as class celebrations, maintaining classroom gardens, and volunteering for special projects. She recognized the value of grade parents so that she set up a communication with the other grade parents by having meetings and connecting online to provide the best support for teachers. She served as a grade parent to a different class from her child. She leads our BINS program of parent volunteers who make copies, laminate, file, and complete class projects each Tuesday and Thursday for all teachers at school. She serves students by organizing volunteers to walk kindergartners to class at the start of school and to assist our newest students at lunch for the first weeks of school. She assists in the office weekly and volunteers at all school-wide events. When not assisting staff and students, she serves as chair on a bevy of committees and trains many in their organizational roles. She averages 32 plus hours a month and has become a go-to person for teachers, staff, administrators, parents, and students. She fills gaps without recognition or the need for praise. Many strive to follow her example and embody her inspiring spirit of volunteerism at our school. And finally, she has an enormous heart, which allows her to support, encourage, and even train those in the school community. She leads by example, and her unselfishness inspires everyone around her. She anticipates needs, fills gaps, and quietly gets tasks done without needing credit. She lifts up, motivates, and brings out the very best in people simply because she cares for all. She embodies what it means to serve others. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the Mountjoy Volunteer of the Year Award to Laura Blythe from Vienna Elementary. Join me in congratulating her.
Thank you. I recognize that I am now the reason why you haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm going to be really as brief as I possibly can, but I do just need to say a couple of things, if that's okay. I just want to start by saying thank you, of course, to you first for giving me this award. I truly appreciate it. And also to my family. First and foremost to my husband, who is my rock, and also I call him the great equalizer. I'm not very good at telling people no when they ask if I can help, as you can see, and he helps me balance my commitments. And he's also the one who, at the end of the night at an event, I say, I'm going to just stay for 1 more minute so I can help clean up, and he takes the kids home and says, tell Mom you'll see him in the morning. A few weeks ago, I had the honor of sitting in a room with volunteers that were being recognized by the governor's office for their volunteer service in the community. And when I left that day, I mentioned to friends that I felt like I was sitting in a room full of giants. These are giants who serve our community and have been serving our community for years. They serve every day in our community and are not recognized. And I just felt leaving that room like I was just surrounded by giants. One such giant was a 79-year young woman who stood up and said that she was thrilled to be recognized, but she still had a lot to be done. And I just thought that was so awesome, and I really wanted to be just like her when I grow up. Now tonight, I sit in a room full of giants, educators who strive to reach the child who's been deemed unreachable. Every day when I walk into school at Vienna, I serve beside giants, teachers who are doing more and more while being provided with less and less. The volunteers I serve beside go so far above and beyond the call of duty to give their time and their money towards things that the school needs. Our Ben's volunteers were mentioned. They serve at Tuesdays and Thursdays and sometimes more often over the summer from 8 to 11. And they're doing things like cutting and stapling and copying and laminating. And it's also that the teachers can focus on teaching. I've been in a nominating committee meeting until 11 o'clock at night, y'all. And the reason is because, number one, I love serving with the people that I serve with. But number two, we all have a really strong passion to get this thing right. I've been told I have a few God-given talents. And one of them is organizing people. And another is project management. And then I'll be really honest with you, I am amazing at cutting out lamination. Truly. So the fact that I get to use these God-given skills beside giants is just a blessing for me. So tonight, I accept this award not just for myself, but for the giants that I serve beside at Vienna every day. Thank you.